New York has had garbage problems since before it became New York. New Amsterdam's first sanitation department was a bunch of pigs, and those pigs stuck around well into New York's early history. They were finally banned in the late 1800s, and the city commissioned a sanitation department. Until that point, though, New York stunk. It was well documented that some areas were knee-deep in garbage. By the early 1900s, New York began to use its less populated southern shore as a dumping ground for its garbage. I mean, it had to go somewhere. The garbage was supposed to stay in sealed containers, but by the 1950s, the seals broke and the garbage began to wash ashore. America's most polluted, but perhaps most fascinating national park is littered with glass bottles, shoes, and toys from old New York. It is called Glass Bottle Beach off of Dead Horse Bay. New York's ghosts are out in full force. You can literally interact with the past. This site's history dates back to the 1700s, and there is still a millstone that can be seen from Dutch New Amsterdam. In the 1800s, the area was full of glue factories where animal hides were boiled down to glue. Many of the bones and remnants from that era wash up on shore today. Right across the street from Glass Bottle Beach is Floyd Bennett Field, New York's first major airport, which is now a campsite for New York's residents and a training site for many of the city's municipalities. This is my third trip to Dead Horse Bay, and today we're going to bring a metal detector and we're going to see what we could dig up.
Welcome to Bottle Beach. So right over there is Coney Island, past those buildings there. Down on this side is the Rockaways, and the tip of Manhattan. If you look out there in the distance, you could see the Freedom Tower. So we are smack in the middle of Brooklyn, and in the little islands that were out there is where the garbage dump would be in the earlier part of the 20th century. And the results are this. And man, I'm telling you, like, look at this. You get some really interesting stuff. I myself am not so much into bottles, but you know, I know there's a lot of bottle people on YouTube. It's a treasure just for that. Me, I'm after the old copper stuff or the old metal stuff. Look at this. Clorox used to be in glass bottles before my time, and just there's so many interesting stuff just walking around. Like, what was this used for? Maybe you could fit a light bulb in here. So my hope is that because I still see a lot of garbage and pollution in New York, maybe 50 years passes, maybe our garbage becomes interesting, because this sure fascinates me. Unfortunately, we're here mid-tides, but, you know, there's still a lot that's exposed. I would like to just say, you need a PhD in metal detecting in order to metal detect here. Look at all these signals. Just listen. I'm in old metal mode now. I'm gonna notch out. Oh. There we go. I'm gonna notch out the -10. I'm still figuring this one out. It's going to take a lot of notching, a lot of reworking the metal detector here, but we're going to get some good stuff today. Getting my first really good signal here, right in front of this interesting boat. Sounds to be coin-sized. Let's see. Signal of the day, mercury dime, and this is a actually the same exact place that we found 2 last time. So this is my 3rd mercury dime on the site. I think that says 1930, no, 27. I can't see. I'm not even going to pretend I could see. Here's the mercury dime. We'll wash it off and figure it out. Running my pinpointer over the ground, and look what I found. It's an old doorknob. They don't make them like this anymore. It appears to have some iron in there, but this part I think is copper or brass. I'm going to keep this one. We're going to clean it up, see how it looks. It's Bottle Beach, so more old bottles. This is actually closed, and it's got fluid in here. I'm not going to open that. Got some more here. It says reserve. Old soda bottle. Sanaglass. 3VIII. I'm just going to detect for a while so you can see the scope of the interesting stuff here. What I'm doing, I'm coming in with the strategy. You know, there's levels and levels of garbage here. Levels of metal, levels of glass, you know, and you have to be careful of that. I'm looking for the surface targets. I'm not going to be able to really get deep today. So I'm going to be really cherry picking the signals because, as you can see, there's so many. So here's one. Let's see what it is. Actually, I think I see what it is. It's an old paint container. Let's make sure of that. Oh, there's another one. You see, getting rid of that one uncovered another one. You could find just as much just by putting your pinpointer into the ground. Now, this is not a surface target. This is something bigger that's underneath. So we're going to leave that alone. Could it be a hoard of treasure? Of course it could. But we got to take educated guesses today. Just a beach tip. I always like the iron line on the beach. That always has been a good place for me to hunt. I'm going to do that. I'll get back to you if I find anything interesting. I found this old wood handle, but it was ringing up something that's metal, and here's why. On the inside of it, you got something, I guess, to hold it together. Maybe this is part of an old brush or something, and they bolted the end. Interesting stuff. You don't see this in regular New York parks. Bottle of Windex back in the day. Look at that. Duraglass. Tip: if you dig in a place like this, you have to be in all metal mode. Watch what happens when you put it in coin mode. Watch this. Listen to the silence of the detector. Hear that skipping? Hear that silence, total silence. Yeah, area like this has to be done in all metal mode. That's a beauty. I might actually have to save that one. This is really interesting. It is a mangled old key connected to a piece of cloth that I'm sure, you know, it wasn't when it was used in real life. And you have a piece of glass here, and this looks like it was exposed to heat. So there must have been like an incinerator that this got slagged out of, and ends up in the shape that it is right now. What lies beneath? We got an iron draw right here, and look at that overload. Lots of huge targets that if you run the metal detector over, it's it's going to give you a overload signal. So it's definitely a challenge detecting here. So look at here, we have a old dock, and this pipe, I guess, was leading up to water on the old dock right here. So right around here, this is actually a good place to look, especially if there wasn't so much trash. Got old tiles showing up. Everything's overloading though, that's the problem. Anyway, if you see this on a normal beach, this would be fantastic. And look, there must have been something built here. Let's keep walking down and hope that the tides don't come in on us too much. Look at that, people are making art out of the glass that was left. That's kind of cool. Yeah, no signals in here, as you can see. It is all iron. Really, the more important piece of equipment is not the big metal detector, it's the little one today. And I'm looking for those little pieces. I'm digging further up the beach, so the tides, are somewhat irrelevant for me, because out there, oh man, I'm telling you, I've seen this on low tide. It is insane, the amount of garbage that is out there. There's nothing. So my thought is, in terms of getting more signals like that mercury dime, we got to dig back here, and not in a place like this, but more in a place like that, and hope that the lighter stuff gets carried back there when there were big storms. Yeah, it's my hope that our garbage is going to be as interesting someday as the mid 20th century garbage was. Do not come barefoot to this beach. Toilet. Might have another one here. Let's see. Here we go. Interesting copper piece, scrap metal. That's what it was. Okay, I'll take it. What in the world is this? This is a soup ladle? Wow. From a different era. 1940s butter knife here. Rings up as stainless steel. Would consider a jackpot. I don't know what the hell it is. It actually looks kind of phallic. But it's a jackpot. Rings up as copper. Seems to have embellishments of some sort. I'm going to have to hit it with electrolysis. Don't know what it is. Maybe a bottle opener? I could have an old school bottle opener if I could refurbish this. Cool. This is actually really cool. It's an old school pen from definitely a different era. Cool. Look at the quality of these bottles, just in terms of how they were made and the materials that they used. Look at that blue. That is just gorgeous. We don't do that anymore. This is creepy as hell. This is why they call it Dead Horse Bay. You get horse bones. This is not a human tooth. This is a horse tooth. Washing up on shore. That's insane. I thought this was a brush at first. I'm holding a dead horse in front of Dead Horse Bay. That's insane. Look at this. In terms of a poetic image, you have pre-industrial, and now you have industrialism, early to mid-industrialism. Not quite the computer age yet, but man, look at that. Look at the gears, in this. Maybe this was an old clock. Let's wash it off. Let's take a look. This is what I love. I just enjoy seeing this. I don't know if I'm going to keep any of it. If I brought a dead horse home, you know, what would I do with it? I don't know. Probably going to keep it. Yeah, look at this. Look at these old gears. But this is the first time that I found something like this. No, at least the horse brushed his teeth. Target here. It's a big one. Right here, let's dig it up together. I think it's that. Yep. Wow. This is the launch the nuclear missiles button. This is the cancel the nuclear missiles button. And these two are for screws. Interesting. Definitely. See that? Pepsi Cola. An old Pepsi Cola bottle. This one I might keep. Don't know where I'm going to put it now, but probably going to carry this one with me. Americana. Dead Horse Bay artifacts. Look at that. We got a shackle of some sort for horses. Let me move from these tides. They're coming in and I got a long way to go before I can get some cover. Old shoe. This is pre-Nike swoosh. Not to be morbid, but I'm pretty sure whoever wore this shoe is no longer with us. Sorry, this place just brings the morbidity out of me, I suppose. But it sure is fascinating. You could really just make a YouTube channel based on this place alone. What is that, an old light bulb? Wonder if Edison, yeah, it's GE. Wonder if Edison made this himself by hand. Well, if I decide to carry this stuff out, I might have hit the jackpot in terms of scrapping. This you could lift as a weight. This is crazy. Look at the amount of copper in this. You know, it's just copper wire that, oh man, my shoes are wet now. Just wrapped around this. Yeah, this is, my pockets are running out of room, but yeah, look at that. I don't know. Maybe I just leave it here for, to leave the, you know, gotta leave the aura of the generation here. And this is a antiquated piece of machinery. I could only imagine what it was used for. I'll think about this one. Like that, I find another old piece of interesting machinery. Pair of pliers. These are pure iron, so chances are these can't be fixed. But still, an interesting piece. It's an old car jack. You know, when you're changing a tire, you know, you lift up your car with this. Doesn't look like that anymore. I guess here's where you would turn. And whatever this is, what is this? This might get an overload signal with it, but man, if I had more hands. What is this, like a, it's got a handle. Old small frying pan? I don't know. Interesting. Surface find. It is a old copper looking coin. I'm gonna resist rubbing it. Maybe an old button? I see holes in it, which leads me to think it's a button. Really excited about this one. And right next to it, we got more old steel. Definitely keeping the round object. Yeah, this one's corroding. More gears. And interesting knickknacks around. Not sure what this is. This might be a piece of a chandelier. Beautiful metalwork. Old spoon here. By all indications, it is not silver. No, it wouldn't have oxidized or corroded like this if it was silver. But, you know, I'll put it through electrolysis. There's some engraving on it in here. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Really interesting bottles. It's, again, poetic. You got a horse tile, non-metallic at Dead Horse Bay. So I could only imagine what this came from, you know, and all the other interesting stuff that washed up around it, but keeping this one. My guess is this is an old staple gun. Looks a lot like a modern staple gun. So you could still find round objects right in this area. I find a lot of surface finds when I search the iron at regular beaches. So I'm hoping for more, just like that button. Look at this. We got more gears. Oh, look at this. This is the third knife that we found today. I'm impressed with the steel part. This is what I'm looking for. Small targets. Surface. Not a small target. But interesting, whatever it is. Let's wash it off. Since we spent the time digging it. Just a piece of iron. Half of a bell here. One. I'm liking this. Oh, but I might see it. Okay, this is nothing. More importantly, look at this. Look at this. This is an official pair of nerd glasses. This is as nerdy as you get, okay? Like, you don't do any better than this. This is vintage nerd right here. Gonna put it in my pocket protector. Let's make some art. Got half the horizon sky, half the horizon water. So peaceful. Two interesting pieces. One has engraving at the bottom. I'm not quite sure what it would be used for. Maybe an old fishing thingy. This, I don't know. But again, it's right in this area that's been washed down. You know, the tides come in and wash down, and the wind can blow it as well. And we got more bones here. This would be a horse leg bone, I suppose. Not as eerie as the teeth. And we have some company DIV. Maybe a nail polish bottle. I don't know. Interesting. Gonna keep this though. They're like shanking people back in the day. On to the next. Interesting little signal here. Doesn't appear to be too deep. Let's dig it. Maybe an old ashtray. Interesting. Yeah, not sure what this is. Ah, look at that. That is the Marine Parkway Bridge. It takes you to the Rockaways. It's one of the lesser known bridges in New York. New York has many. And we just walked down this beach over here. And there is still bottles coming up everywhere. And when I was here the other day at low tide, this is basically a bay of bottles right in here. This is the peak of it, but you know, this is where they did the dumping, and it's been washing up on shore. And I'm telling you, this is, you know, even if you wind up taking something from this beach, there is tons more. And I've been here 3 times so far. Every time I've seen something different. Like that those horse teeth, I don't think anybody's going to get that. I think that is going to get buried again and then exposed, perhaps, you know, in a few years. The tidal movements, although it's quiet now, you know, I've seen it pretty strong. It's quite a place, and it's constantly changing. That just caught me mid-thought. Let's see what it is. I think it's out. Oh, look at this. Oh, wow. I was going to leave this signal. Oh, wow, I've never found something like this before. I don't even know what the hell to call it. It's like a pin, a brooch? I don't know. I found a brooch before, but wow, definitely from another time. Yeah, I was gonna walk away from this signal. You know what they say, what someone's trash is someone's YouTube video. Another person's treasure, you know. Cool, I like that. An image of the latest imports brought to you by the tides. Look at all those bottles. Okay, it's Rudolph. What's good, Rudolph? Still got your red nose. See, you got a tattoo also. It's a good look for you. Clunk. All right, let's wrap this day up with one more good last find. Gonna walk down this beach and we're gonna mudlark a little bit. Use the eyes instead of using the old metal detector. And you want to look for the color green. Well, that's true if you want whatchamacallit, copper. Oh crap, did you see that? This was just about to go into my foot. Wow, I'm lucky there. Almost needed a tetanus shot. If I didn't have balance like a cat and was able to pick up my foot, it's a good thing I do all this metal detecting. Just look at this. This is why it's called Bottle Beach. You know, our generation has plastic beach, but generation before, not because they littered, I suppose, but get a lot of glass. So Bottle Beach. Deformed piece of metal. Look at this. Amidst all of this garbage, sea life is actually making a cameo. This is, but it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, leaving that Pepsi bottle. Gonna take this. I know it doesn't make sense. Ooh, and look at this ancient shoe. How you doing? Hello. I'm heading back to the dock site to see if I could pull up some more silver. I was wondering why it showed up there, and the last time I was here I did not notice the dock there, so that explains it. It's something that didn't wash in. It was something that was there and just never pulled up. And I just got caught by the tides. Might have to cut through the brush up here. Lovely. Back to civilization with some wet feet, but it appears somebody's claiming this bottle. I don't blame them either. It's a nice one. It's that Clorox bottle. Good. You could have it. Go open an eBay store. Second thought, I'm trying to become a millionaire metal detecting, so gotta use these finds. Maybe I'll open up an eBay store. Cheers. So I'm back, got my bottle over here, and gonna metal detect this area. We're over by the docks again. So this is where we would find coins, if anywhere. I'll let you know if I find anything. For horse bones. Friend Jonathan Mejia said that this bench actually washed in during Superstorm Sandy. I have a feeling that this boat did too. Yeah, he was the guy that actually taught me about this beach, so a big thank you. This is quite a place to metal detect. And he found his first mercury dime here the last time that we were here too, so was really happy for him then. Yeah, so big thank you to that. The interesting last signal that I was looking for. Let's see if we could wash this off. It's like one of those little book things that you could store stuff in. You know, it's breaking apart, but that's pretty cool. I couldn't find any more coins over by the beach. This is, it's got a little pattern in it. I'll have to clean it up. I couldn't find any more coins over by the dock, so that might be the signal. Gonna give it another quick run, and then might call it a day. Alright, so we're gonna call that a day. That was a fun day at Bottle Beach, Horsehead Bay, and the last thing I have to do is not get run over. Push the walk signal. Here we go. Floyd Bennett Field. This was JFK Airport before it was JFK. The first first commercial airplanes would land here. And I believe that there's still some planes that come here, because there were signs for pilots. Welcome to Floyd Bennett Field. Parking after dusk for aviator or by permit only. Park closes at dark. So, yeah, if you're an aviator, you can park here. It's kind of a long walk to JFK. So I assume that there's still some landings that go on here. Anyway, let's take a look at what we found today. Did save the old Clorox bottle.
All right, so this is everything that I found from Bottle Beach so far. Let's start out with this brooch. Here's a close-up of it. It's interesting. It's got a Renaissance-like picture in it. Here's the back. Mercury dimes. I found a total of 3 mercury dimes there, right by the pier. Here is the doorknob and the old lock. Got to do some electrolysis on this. This is the phallic bottle opener. It's definitely got some iron in it, but you know, hopefully we can open some bottles with it. I mean, that's what it's for. This is a cool little knick-knack, Club 28 1901. Not quite sure what that's from. Don't remember if there's anything on the back. Nope, nothing on the back. Cool piece of copper though. This is the horse thing. Here's a close-up of that button. And some of the other things that I found didn't get on video. This is a copper piece from, I think, makeup. This is the top of a salt and pepper shaker. Here's some pieces of scrap metal. This one has been cleaned. I love the way it looks when we clean copper. I don't know, I like copper a lot. And some of the ones that I found, you know, when I went back. Got another copper knick-knack here. And this is the rest of the stuff. Some wheat cents from last time that I went. Oh, the belt buckle. Kind of like this belt buckle. This, I don't know what the brand is. Can anybody know? Does anybody know what the brand is? But I'm thinking this is the center of a steering wheel. And we got the pen in there. The nuke button. So, Bottle Beach. I'm telling you, you gotta go. One way or another over the course of your life, everybody visits New York. If you're a native New Yorker, you gotta go there. I don't know if I would suggest bringing a metal detector there. A lot of the best stuff that I found, perhaps with the exception of that brooch and the mercury dime at the beginning, you really didn't need a metal detector for. You just really needed to mudlark, as they say. You need to look out for the stuff on the surface and pull it and find it. And a lot of that stuff was just there for the taking, especially those bottles. I had a lot of fun there. There was no doubt about it. So chances are I'm going to be going back one of these days. Upcoming video, we have, I'm going to be teaming up and going to the Rockaways with a bunch of other New York City metal detectorists, and I'm really excited about that. It's always good to go with friends, always good to make friends. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, ring that bell so that you know when the videos are coming up. We have a lot to go. We're going to be doing a lot with this channel. New York's a huge place. I could spend the rest of my life and not dig the whole thing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching.